let's try that again. Hello there. Are we on? Just checking. Yeah, we're on. Cool. All right. that goes to show I should actually play my music to begin with. If I can tell my music's playing, I know I'm on. All right. Same as usual. Click climb, GAC. Looks like we've got something to do already. And yeah, take it from there. So, hello there, Pen, just first of all. Now, I've got to find a team comp for a second because with CG bringing in Punishing One, they've also started punishing players. It feels like. So I need to just remind myself what this counter team is. There we go. Ooh, good point. Let me refresh the source, just see if I can get it to... Cool. Bear with me. There we go, give it a go. If it doesn't work, it could be an actual issue with like the actual place that does the chat for me, if you like the website. Let's do that. If you got Leviathan, it's great. We haven't got that choice here. We have got Executrix though. So what we do... 1, 2, and 3. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Hello, Sopper. How you doing? Looks like we've got chat on screen. Let's see if it's working on the other side. Looks like it. Thank you, Pen. Thank you. I mean, thankfully we haven't got Punishing One to deal with, but Temmins does look pretty rough. Anyone think you hadn't seen me outline before? There we go, let's just bring in Defender. We'll get a stun to start with. And we'll do that. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't go out of my way to reveal it, but Discord's quite a quiet place by comparison. That is weird. Do me a favour, Pen. Can you just nip on my YouTube channel and just see if you're able to type there? I know it's not the same thing, but I'm just kind of curious if you've got issues. It won't come on screen, but at least then I'll be able to see if it's like appearing in general. I can have a look on the other side after as well. Let's do that. Okay, no problem. Let's bring that in. Alright, Punishing One is punished. And let's just do that so we can keep hitting Razor Crest. Stun Houndstooth. Counter. We'll just base it. Alright, that might get rid of Houndstooth. Yeah, oh, wow, we even got the stun there, that's cool. Base it. I was gonna say, can we get it out, please? Oh. Wait, just get rid of it. Tarkin just one-shot the Geos? Sounds lore accurate. Alright, that's not bad. I'll take that. I want to have a look at this for you, Pan, because I know you brought it up the other day and I'm kind of confused. Just out of curiosity, yeah, I can see him chat on that screen, so let me just double check that something hasn't happened on, like, the thing at the bottom. To be fair, my mod shouldn't have any access to this. They shouldn't. No, I don't get it. You know what? I'm going to get rid of the ignored things just for now. It'll probably show things that I don't want it to show, but we'll just remove it for the time being. And just see if that helps. Like, if it thinks, oh, I'm not blocking anyone. And I'll do it on the other side as well. The main purpose of having, like, block things is that, like, you know, when I have me messages popping up saying, oh, have you subscribed on YouTube and all that, it's basically to stop that coming on the chat, but I'll leave that as it is for now. Maybe there's something in your name that's catching it out. So, you fought a Night Trooper DC and it was atrocious. It destroyed your CN Slacker. Wow. I mean, I'm surprised at that. I haven't faced one myself yet. I don't... say that. I might have faced one relatively recently. But I think I did have enough to kill it. I don't know what I did. I don't think... It might have been Adrad, but I don't know if I just got lucky and took it out in time. It was a while ago. Like a couple of weeks now. I'm saying that, it couldn't have been, because this... Is this the first week still of 5v5? This, isn't it? No, we're on the second week now, aren't we? Second week of 5v5, so it must have been the first week, I'm thinking. I'm losing track of time, I tell you. Okay. Let's grab those. I'm actually curious what gear Bo-Katan needs. Like, I'm assuming a lot. I feel like that's just a safe bet. But I think I might have to have a look online and just see how far off I am for her. Got past to R6. Only a bit of... Well, hang on, I'm just hiding it again. 31 out of 35, 8 out of 25, 11 out of 20. So I'm not like a million miles away. I've got all the salvage. And after that, it's just IG-12. So... Yes. It doesn't feel like I'm a mile away from getting that done. I honestly don't know, though. I mean, it's so strange on my end, because it's like today I did my raid runs. On Crimson, anyway. And I used these three in a team for a change. And I ran... Let me get this right. I ran Mace and Qui-Gon in there. And it was simply because I would normally run Caloran. And with Caloran being R7, it's like, wow, why not? But to really get the best out of the Caloran team, you need Kiadi. And Kiadi's just sitting there 26 out of 100. So I thought, how about I try the R1 tier with some other Jedi? And I didn't max it, but I got, like, I think 400k out of 600, so it was still an improvement on what I'd get if I did, like, Kylo and Jedi with Kiadi. So, yeah, I'm just in two minds as far as what's the best approach, if you like, because it does feel like those three are going to be what I build on. After that, I don't know. Just a little side note for Crimson here. Leviathan farm. Salty and Sith Assassin are the only ones not Relic now. Salty got to gear 12 yesterday, so hopefully I can start bumping the Relics up on this lot once I've finished Bo's farm. It'd be nice if I can get IG-12 done soon, or Paz and IG-12. Just so that I can then go to farm some gear for Bo. Yeah, that does make sense. I mean, do you just use those three at Relic 5, or have you got two others Jedi in there? Because I've not heard anyone say the 3-man it. But, Caloran, I know, is definitely in the top 5, you know, if you were to do, like, the most efficient. Ayla and Mace, yeah. Yeah, like I say, I know that they'd be in the 5 most efficient teams. I mean, I'm using droids, and I suspect they don't make the top 5. But they get me a score. You know what, right? I'm actually going to put this in. Because honestly, I don't think it'll hold better, but I don't think Profundity's holding for me well at the moment. So I'm going to just try putting Chimera on defense for a bit and just think, why not? I mean, I could put Executor with Punishing 1 down, but I've only got a 3-star Punishing 1, so it feels like I'm just asking for it to be taken out. And I did misplay there, so this is a good chance to practice. Considering I misplayed, that wasn't too bad. Okay, so if we bring in Interceptor. Yeah, we're already burned, so we can't do too much, but we can hope to at least now go there. Okay, that's not too bad. Nuke that. You get 10.8 mil, 3.6 with Queen Amidala, 2.7 with the Maul Trio, then 1.8 with the Gungans, 1.2 with Lumi-led Jedi, and 1.5-ish with Caloran Bet Jedi. So you took your Maul Trio up to R8, did you? Right. I mean, I did that today at R7. I suspect there might be a bit of it that could get easier if you're at R8, because if I remember right, isn't there some mechanic where Separatists can decrease cooldowns when they use specials? I know there was a thing where B2 lead worked really well with it. So, yeah, I can't help but look at that and think, an interesting justification for doing it. Personally, on my main, I'm thinking more of going for taking Gungans to R7 to bump my score up, but I won't get 10.8 by doing that. It just feels more appealing than doing something like that. Yeah, you don't do the cheese. Yeah, I mean, I do the cheese on my main account purely because I don't have Sid and Newt at R7. I feel like I might be one of the few people who don't. But then again, I do call that the beauty of having an alt account, because it means on my alt account I do that strategy, you know, so it's like, Where I lose on one account, I gain on another. Right, this is stalling out a bit. Okay, let's do that. Why do I feel like Wolf is who I'm facing here? Stall harder. Ugh. I need a heal. Can we stun? Nope, still, and we got Retribution. Great. Let's go for Scimitar. This is not nice. I'm gonna lose tie advance here, yeah. It's quite literally just killing me by 1,000 paper cuts. Like, I've lost all my offense. I mean, I've got 5 minutes, I could always give it a go. I don't even know if I've actually leveled it up properly. That's it, I was short on mats the other day. Oh, not mats, materials. Yeah, it might be worth giving it a go. Just see how it plays. We'll do a squad battle just past the time. Okay, so let's start with that. Probably not, if I'm going to be honest. I mean, I feel it's worth saying how many people prior to last week did have 6-stop mods on Dengar. Let's do that. I don't do a full remod, you see, just for the fact that I know... Oof. There we go. You can have a look, just see if there's anything to swap on. I'll tell you what, Ahsoka got rammed then. Alright, nice and easy from that. It's full auto. I'm trying to think what I could do with, in terms of temporary shifting. That'd be someone who wouldn't really miss them. Imagine if someone like Newta's got something decent. One sec, folks. Sorry about that. We got chicken in the oven. Just had to, well, I've got to go down and gate out in a second. Alright. See if we can do something for Dengar then. Like I say, what's going through my head is there's the one character who I can just borrow off for a minute. Okay, so Trench. And then if we scroll down a bit. Dengar. Let's give it a go. I don't know if you can hear me, Mol. What's the opening order? I'm assuming we just try and get to Sith Fighter as soon as possible. Tell you what, I'll wing it. You get a chance to reply, I'll try and follow up on it. There we go, Master Stace. Let's go over there. Okay, so Sith Fighter out. Figure we do that. I'm thinking as far as trying to get a quick contract. Well, not a quick contract, but trying to take advantage of the contract. Just need a 9. Only another, what, 62 to go? You did alright, Osprey. I think I read that right, anyway. Let's do that. Yeah, that was pretty straightforward. I mean, I can understand why they gotta buff it. That's laughable, isn't it? Okay. Let's swap accounts. I'm just gonna go nip downstairs. I'll put a screen on for you. Be right back, folks. Hello again. I'm going to say, let's just quickly log into the game. Your opponent took 7 GLs on offense and dropped 3 battles on your front wall immediately. Very smart on, in their mind, was it? Oh, I'll have all the best units for offense. Oh, damn, I don't know what I'm doing with them. There's me, by the way. Here we go. I don't believe that. I honestly thought the ad break would run while I was downstairs. Yeah, it should have run. I don't get it. Jar Jar, I think, can be something if you haven't worked your counter out for it, you can get stumbled by it. But arguably, that's the whole story anyway, if you haven't got your counters lined up. Yeah, I could try and stall. I'm actually curious how my GAs are going. I've seen scores for both, but my main concerns me, if I'm going to be honest. I want to see what it looks like he's doing. I don't know if he's doing one of these, I'll have a nibble and come back later, or if he's actually just done a one and done. Yeah, sorry about the outbreak, folks. I honestly thought we'd already had it while I was on Be Right Back. Okay, so let's just basic you out of here. Heal up. Okay, a basic We'll say that. No, we'll use the special. Why not? Now we base it. So that'll blow up. We don't need to use the basic, so we can just fly by. I have got no idea why your messages aren't showing. I mean, you've got all manner of things on my channel as far as, like, peer awards and whatnot. 999 plus messages. 0 mod actions. Can I actually track that over here? No, apparently not. Yeah, I just don't get it.
Unban me.
Let me just pop this out a sec. Here we go. This is what I can see, right? If I click on Pen's name, literally nothing here. I don't get why it's playing up. Look at all these. Apparently I can warn you. I can even time you out or ban you. But I don't know why it's having a Benny about it. I'm trying to think what else I could do. Oh. Tried the correct link. How you doing, Kit, by the way? Here we go. I'm wondering if it's an issue with the actual source I use.
Hello, my name is Bill.
Chat message options. No. Username options. Global settings. Hang on, that isn't it. It's the wrong one. That didn't help. Sideways chat, there it is. Yeah, I mean, I can't see anything here, because let me just bring this clear into your line of sight, right? You look here, right? The ignored users, comma, separated, i.e. if you want multiple, you got to put comma. And the only ones on the default one were Stream Elements and something called OtherBot, which I've never seen. So, how I view it, they're the only ones I need to put on here.
Pen, stop being a bot.
Now, I've just turned off Twitch item alert. I'm hoping that stops that echoing noise, because I don't know about you guys, it's doing me nothing. But I don't know if it'll just completely turn off text-to-speech. Hey, Bader, how you doing? I was going to say, I think you might be the first person who's actually done that. I'm pretty sure you're the first person who's actually got the bot to recognise you've done something. At least I've never noticed it. I remember when I was looking through like all the commands and all that, and I did see something like that. Hello there. We got 12 minutes to do one battle, and then I can get into my gack. Can I? No, it isn't that. It isn't that. Anyone just fancy doing a highlighted message for me just to see if it's doing text to speech still? Yeah, so I've turned them off and it's still doing that.
Hello, this is a hedgehog with a gun.
Alright, so that didn't echo at least. Granted, it's not like popping up visibly, but it's not doubling up.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
That one did double up.
Hello, my name is Bill.
I'm not wrong, am I? Hello, this is a hedgehog with a gun didn't echo, did it? But Shadow the Hedgehog and Hello, my name is Bill did. I mean, how the heck you meant diagnose that? That's not even like something that's repeatable.
Hello, I am Bot Pen.
Yeah. I mean, again, I don't get what this is. Why is Pen invisible? He obviously isn't that invisible that line at the bottom can... You can obviously tell he's saying something because he just said it. But he isn't repeating it. At this rate, right, I'm going to just delete everything I've done with my streaming software and just rebuild it up and say, right, this is what I want. I think there might be just too many layers of things I've set up over the years, and it's, well, I'll say over the years, over the months and years, and it's just built up, and there's now layer and layer and layer, and it's just, it needs trashing. Yeah, exactly. It heard it. You know, it said it so you could hear it, but it doesn't show it. Whereas the other ones were showing. I don't know. I feel like it's just testing my patience a bit. Boing. Why are you boinging? Boing boing. I like this. I think if that were the case, I'd be asking for like someone to truly pimp me out. Yeah, by the by, it's quite incredible looking at the flares on both your accounts. I'll say the flares, the badges. Right. Let's go for one more. Alright, I don't know if anyone's actually got a bone in this fight. I think I mentioned it recently, my headphones are wearing down a bit. And even though it's not something I can think about right now, at some point down the line, I'd like to get a replacement as far as, you know, just not having tafty headphones. I'm curious if anyone's got any recommendations that are either wired or they're good to be wired. Either that or maybe I can find a way to sync up with a microphone. Fingers crossed you remember your password. One thing that gets me right when I see some people like they've got headphones that have got like a microphone on it, and I'm like, I don't need the microphone. So it's why I wear my Beats. It's like I don't mind it because they just do what I need them to do. I mean, the temptation is to just get another pair of Beats to replace them, but I'm thinking if there's something cheaper that would do the same job, why not? Yeah, that's the thing. I wouldn't use the mic because I don't use these for anything other than just listening. If I want to use the mic, I've got this one. And I don't wear these out and about now. It's like if I actually went, like say I went away for the weekend, I'd take my AirPods. I know that's like going deeper into the Apple ecosystem, but genuinely they do sync up nice with the phone, so it's not like I need something else for that. Yeah. I'm gonna say I'm open to all recommendations, because like I say, I can't get anything like short term just for the fact that, you know, Christmas time, blah blah blah. But yeah, it's just something to keep in mind for later in next year. Because it's not like these are broke or anything. I could probably still wear them for a long time. But, you know, it'd be nice if I didn't wear something tatty. It's the trouble with headphones in general that I've only realised recently that they do wear quite easily. Just a little update, by the way. Cameron, we got Raver to Relic 9. Woohoo! Oh, hang on. There we go. Woohoo! So, I'm happy about that. Her mods need work. She needs an offense set. I can't find one that fits her well at the moment, so she's just had to have health for now. But she's fairly tanky. Got a fair chunk of speed. Okay damage for a lack of offense sets. I think she has got offense primary as well, so I have tried to accommodate her where I can. It's one where I'm going to just try and get her the correct set as I go along. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say mine are indestructible or anything ridiculous, but to be fair, I say ridiculous in terms of how I treat headphones. It's more because of that I don't really like do much with them. Like I say, it's like once I've done here, I just put them on my little hook here and they just sit there all night. So that's the two places they go. They're either going on the hook, they're down by my charger here, or on my head. So it's very hard to actually break them, short of just ripping them off my head in a hurry. There's a joke there, Kit, but I'm going to just refrain from saying the punchline. Alright, let's get into GAC. Okay. So we've won 2 this week. That's a good start. That's a good start for the week anyway. Last round against Montero, I don't think they did anything. Well, I stand corrected, they did something, but not a lot. They cleared my Finn and... Let me just move my cam. They moved my Ray. Sorry, they cleared my Ray. They hit my layer but didn't clear it. And they did clear my Jabba, but didn't touch the Gungans or the Queen Amidala. I say I don't like scoring open goals. I would never have been a footballer. So we're up against White Wolf, and I'm pretty sure we were talking about earlier in the week when we were just looking at Tammins' bracket. Because I think it was Rufada saying that they knew the guild and knew Bespin. You're back, Pan, but for some reason the chat wouldn't have you think it. I am genuinely dumped on what's going on. Maybe if let me try this a minute. Can I do... Let's see if that changes anything. I'm not saying it will, but maybe. If anything, it's still a nice thing to give you. Alright, just while you're experimenting, I'm just going to read this. So, Demon 11.3, White Wolf 12.1. We're 15 Zetas behind, 11 Omicrons ahead. That's actually amazing. That I don't think I've had a big lead on Omicrons like that before. 3 GLs behind, 18 Rallic units behind. They are, what is it? 34, 44 Rallic 5 pluses ahead. 24, 25 pluses ahead. Marginal lead on the 20s, what's that? 27, 28? 28 ahead. And I'm not counting that, that's what, about 300 and... Actually, no, sorry, 230? 230 more 15s. Yeah. We've got about the same number of rerolls. Sorry, just a little bit more on their side, so fair play. They've got all the GLs. Anything big they're missing. Not by the looks of it. They've got Bo-Katan. And looking at this, I'd say their modding is in good order. Like, all of those characters justify good mods. So yeah. It's going to be a tough one if they want to play. So they have had one nibble. Just to say, Boss Nass took the hit. No holds. Although the banners show that. You literally can't find anything wrong with Twitch settings. I mean, on my end, I just can't see it. I mean, I thought maybe adding user VIP would sort of push it forward. But no, for whatever reason, that bot is just not for you. And I don't get it, because like I say, if I just change my scene a second, you're there. That one's fine with you. It'll show you. The only thing I can say, Pen, right? I'll still see your messages. It's just that if people are looking at the screen chat instead of the chat, they might miss yours. Not to mention, actually, with the VIP tag, I can quite literally see yours in like a big little thing. It's like it's got a little bracket around it, as if to say, do not miss this message. Actually, I'm saying quite the opposite. I've actually made it so I can see him without any extra effort. Yeah, I get your point there, Osprey. I mean, I think that's the thing. I would argue that they all justify good mods. You know, I think they're all characters that do deserve good speed. But I also recognise what you're saying, that if you want to spread your mods out, maybe it's not the most efficient thing. Me personally, I'd rather, you know, actually put it on the correct tunes, as it were. Honestly, I'd be alright with that. As far as I could do just tidying my stream up, like I said, it's probably just a case that I've been really messing things up for a long time. It's just built up. Right, so we're facing a Leia, a Jabba, a Queen Amidala, and a Rey. I was kind of thrown by the Clone Sergeant then. I wasn't expecting a Clone Sergeant. Down here we got Gungans, Qui-Gon, Adrad, Adrad with Luthen. I mean, I'm not wrong, Luthen does very little here, does he? I mean, I suppose he'll summon a rebel trooper. The Allied leader is Rebel, and they're not a Galactic Legend, so he will bring a trooper in on that move. I mean, that won't. I mean, Rebel Fighter allies gain 20 speed. There are a few Rebel Fighters. The Allied leader is a Rebel and not a Galactic Legend. Summon a Rebel Trooper, promoting to Commander. So again, there is a summon at the start. You see, I would disagree with that.
Of course, this will not show in screen chat.
I mean, I'd say that showed there. Thank you very much, Pen. I mean, I would just going back to it. I would disagree, Osprey, for the fact that if all allies were Rogue One at the start of battle, so how I view that. No, actually, I'm contradicting myself there. I take that back. In my head, I was thinking he'd be Rogue One, but summon a Rebel Fighter ally, but he isn't. That's where I got confused. It really begs the question, why didn't they just give, like, put a Rogue One thing out? I know that they only recently had one, but... Or I think they had one recently. But wouldn't that have made more sense than making Luthen part of a Rogue One tag? Alright, I'm going to boggle my head if I carry on now. Let's get this up. Okay, a little bit different by the looks of it. So there is Leia and Jabba there, but it's not Lord Vader, it's Queen Amidala. Down here, it is Qui-Gon. There isn't JMK. There is Adrad. Okay, so that is accurate.
Just so JJ knows someone has donated.
Thank you very much, Kit. Alright, so let's start off with the easy ones. We've got Aphra for Jabba, Steer for Rey, Bane for Padme, Lord Vader. It'd be best doing... Let's just check what Kron is it. And Ally, right. Osprey with the gifted sub to Sopper. First gifted sub as well. Thank you very much. And yeah, we got a hype train going. Level 2. Thank you very much for that, folks. I know it says there that we've got like a sub goal. I didn't set that up. I think Twitch just decided to try and help me out with, you know, doing things this month, but I'd let you know. You know, honestly, I keep going back to it. I don't know what's going on there. Alright, so I do think that's the obvious one. We do Slacker on Leia. We've got Grand Inquisitor for his final foray against Qui-Gon. We can do CLS on Adrad. Phoenix on Boss Nass. Bane on DTMG. We got Gassy Baby there. And I'm thinking Adrad there. I mean, to me, that looks pretty straightforward. So I'm going to run an ad break just while we're in this. Actually, saying that, let's... Ooh, I don't really want to run the ad break right now. Yeah, let's just snooze it for a minute. He's so hyped for Null. I'm kind of bummed I won't see it in the cinema. It's not one I'm going to rush to go and see, but I do hope Null appears because it'll certainly make that little franchise end on a high. Is he? Alright, that could be good. I'd always back Andy do a good voice. Nothing too fancy, Mol. Oh, okay, I haven't seen that there's been a new trailer. I mean, I might be mistaken, Mol. I think I have won against a few support cron teams recently, I think. But I think that's just because I've got B2 and Magna there, so I've got a reactive tank. And I have got ways of keeping it all under control with B2. I mean, again, I'm kind of curious how that goes. I don't want to sort of knock what the MCU did with Thanos, but Null's certainly got potential to be a good villain. Whether he gets enough time to shine is another thing. Yeah, that is something. If you need the Septroids elsewhere, it's not something you can spare. I mean, I haven't really been using GG. Might even try something like Sortie with GG just to throw him somewhere. Again, I know Sentry's going to be a big part of Thunderbolts. I'm intrigued. His character seems interesting. Not just because of the Superman comparisons, but I mean, Marvel Snap kind of implies it's not as straightforward. Okay. I can't actually snooze this ad break anymore, so gonna have to just run, I think. I don't think I'd remodded DTMG by this point. Just gonna have a gander at this guy's roster a minute. Alright, so he has got a Plocron, a Gideon Cron. Kind of interesting. Alright. I'm in two minds there. Okay. We've got 2 minutes until this ad break starts, and like I say, I can't snooze it, so I'm thinking, what battle can I definitely do in 2 minutes? And I would say that should be this. But the trouble is, ETH could just get me in a bit of a weird loop. So I'm thinking, let's do that instead. We haven't got a normal riposte. I like that for Bane. Go on, we'll use that. Alright, they've got a bit of riposte to kick off. Alright, that blind kicked him well. Right, let's put buff immunity there. Get rid of all the buffs. That will probably get rid of... Oh, maybe not. I assume that's the other month ban. There we go, 75. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with it. I think for me the biggest issue, it's not about Robert Downey Jr. coming back. It's, I feel like they spent so much time getting people to invest in the idea of Kang being the next big bad. It's like, if they're going to do away with that, I would like it if they had some form of closure on the story. And I think that's where my issue comes from. It's not the fact that they're going down this new path. It's like, I would really like it if there was some form of end to that story. Or definitive end. Even if they just say, yeah, we found the last Kang. Yeah, exactly. Just some reference to it. Yeah, I certainly think they've got an emotional weight to pull at there. It certainly wouldn't surprise me if they don't play on it. And if anything, it could keep Tom Holland invested in the series. I mean, I imagine that the casting producers and all that kind of stuff, they would like to keep Tom Holland around as long as they can. For the fact that, you know, obviously started as a young Peter Parker. So if they can keep him in the role as long as they can to, you know, at least get him into like I wouldn't say middle age, that sounds wrong, but like a late 30s kind of Spider-Man. You know, it'll be like, okay, we've kept you around as long as we can. We'll let you do a few stories. It's not like we've just wrapped you up very early, like you did 3 films and that was it. So, I mean, I'd be all down for if they cast a live-action Miles Morales to sort of take the weight off Tom Holland, but I think it'd be good if they actually found a way to keep both sides happy there. I think if Tom Holland gets the black suit, they've got to do it well. Just because I feel like Venom... We've seen what happens with it. You know, obviously Venom's own films. We've seen the black suit in the Raimi film. You've got to do it right. And I think it's what surprises me, right? That I've been on the Spider-Man 2 PS5 game. I've been on the subreddit for it. And the amount of hate the game's getting right now from its own players. And I'm like, I enjoyed that game. You know, I've been watching a little bit of it on Let's Play recently. And I'm like, why do people not like it now? You know, I've heard people saying, oh, it's got its problems. And I'm like, okay, maybe there are some issues, but I wouldn't say it's worth like the amount of hate it seems to be receiving. If anything, I thought they handled Venom really well. I thought they handled other things I don't want to really discuss in case people haven't played the game. I feel like Venom's an open topic for the fact that it was pretty much on the cover of the game. But yeah, I'm just amazed at the amount of hate the game's getting now, a year on. It's like, when I played it pretty much at the time last year, you know, my Let's Plays on my Let's Play channel, and I loved it. I was loving every session I was playing it, and honest to God, there's a bit of me that wants to pick it back up, but if I do that, I won't record it. So, yeah, I don't get the hate it's getting. It's like, sometimes I think people just like to hate things. It's a little bit depressing, if I'm going to be honest. It's like people can't live without just being fueled by some hatred for something. It's a little bit sad. I was talking about the Spider-Man PlayStation game, just how I felt Venom was done all right there. Yeah, for some reason, people just... they've really gone off the game. It baffles me. At least if you read the Spider-Man subreddit. and a few Twitter posts I've seen. So it's a very isolated place, I guess, but still, it feels bad. I mean, you ask me, it doesn't deserve all that hate it's getting. Right, let's get rid of all them debuffs. Yeah, I mean, I can get that. I think sometimes there will be overreactions on places like that, and I completely respect where you're coming from. I think it's... With Reddit, I'm on there largely for football. But, you know, you see other things. Whereas... I don't know, I feel like I've started going on Reddit more just for the fact that I feel there are some good Reddits out there, or subreddits I should say. But likewise, there's some bad ones. Let's do that. I want to try and get Jar Jar. Okay, not what I wanted. Okay, they've got support Kron. That makes a bit more sense why it feels like I'm just hitting a brick wall here. We might be able to ram it through a little bit as far as... Let's do that with Copper, I guess. If I can just start getting some hits in, I might be alright. Let's do that. Let's focus in on Jar Jar. Yeah, it was ironic timing. They heard me. Alright, I feel like we've got a chance for Jar Jar now, at least. There we go. Hopefully we can get Boss out. Because there should be no more frustration now, so we should be able to control this a lot better. Just running low on time, or it feels like I am. Alright, bit of a sad that we didn't land the armor trap. There usually is with me. Alright. Base it. Okay, I want the armor shred because this tank Kron is just going to make this... Oh, sorry, support Kron's going to make him as tanky as Lek. Actually, I think full auto is fine for me. I don't think Tarples does enough on his own. There we go. I am glad the Gungans are counterable by something like this. I mean, how I'm viewing it, if you you need to put something down to say catch people out if you put a Raver on the back, well, Gungans are kind of ideal now because you place them on the front like that. I've used my Phoenix. Raver at the back. Oops, what do I do now? I think that is a nice idea. I like the idea it's a counter. I know people probably wouldn't do it at the high end, but for someone like myself, it's probably something that could catch players like myself out. So I like the idea it's something that could be viable. I would really like it if we had new Krons already. Like, if the new Krons were, like, farmed and active. I think some of these current ones are just meh. Alright, there goes the taunt. Not exactly frustration, but irritation. Yeah, I noticed they were available. I mean, I'm glad we know what they are. Alright, that should then allow that, for my side at least. That foresight is so annoying. Okay, 6 stacks. I really need to be able to get Qui-Gon in one hit. Just get away from Heath and get Qui-Gon. And stun level 6 is not fun. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, we're out. That was just a bad combination. Yeah, we do. We have one more. Right, I need to get the plan back up. Starkiller? Two more weeks. Okay. Yeah, we gotta give Starkiller a go. Alright, that won't cleanse on my side. So I am just gonna do that. Right, that's very nice to see. I'm not going to lie there. Okay. JKA is kind of worrying me. Okay. Oof. Okay, well, we got one out. Certainly not what I want, but... out of this slot, I think Night Sisters do the rest. Yeah, Anakin with a bit of a nasty mood. Not enjoyable. I mean, hopefully I can get around Heath a lot better now. No lead in effect, you know. I mean, potentially, Night Sisters would have been better from the start, but... I feel like I would have needed at least Merrin Omicron to... well, I say at least, I need Merrin Omicron to make that more reliable. I don't know if anyone saw the Gerbil put a video out the other day saying he was stepping back from playing the game as much or creating content for it. Same thing that Sarah said about the game being such a time sink. I really hope CG start listening soon. I know there's no indicator they will, but I just hope they do, because it's a shame seeing so many players at the moment. I say players, I'm not just talking about these content creators, I'm thinking about people in my own guild. It's a shame seeing so many people leaving, because essentially it's a case of, do I play the game or do I live my life? You know, it's a no-brainer. Alright, Night Sister's finished the job there. So just Lord Vader to deal with. Alright, what's got the best protection? Can't say I want to apply any of them. So maybe we sub out Poda for Plo. And just get the Plocron benefit. Right, I'm glad we got the ability block there. We'll basic for now. And we'll armor shred over there. Let's go over to Thrawn and we'll do that. It does feel about like that Don Zenzi. I mean, I go back to the last raid. I understand what people were upset about. You know, they wanted something that was more enjoyable rather than just essentially feeling like you're on a roller coaster ride. I do get that. But from a time sink point of view, I just didn't want that one to end because I knew it was better for us. And Naboo's just been horrendous. I mean, I did maybe an hour last night getting 10 my main well, this account done. I've done an hour this morning doing my free-to-play. And you say that out loud and you think, I spent an hour on a video game. You know, in some ways it's not bad. You know, you say it and you think, oh, well, you know, I might spend an hour on, say, I don't know, if you were younger, maybe a fortnight or something. But really, an hour for me is a big time sink. You know, I don't want to spend an hour on something that I don't really find that enjoyable. And the biggest issue for me, and I said this the other day, I've got a recording of doing the Battle of Naboo last week, I think it was. And my issue is, if I said to the CG devs, watch this playthrough and tell me if you find this gameplay engaging, I would be damned if they said, yeah, we think this is fun. Because, I'll be honest, the amount of resets you have to do to get the perfect run is abominable. Yeah, it's like, we just have to put up with it. Okay, that was good timing for the DI. Yeah, for sure. I think the charge waves are a pain in the arse. It's the only way I can describe it, as far as you're just looking at it and you're thinking, well, you stop taking a frigging turn and just let me do what I want to do. But instead, it's like, I take a turn, they take 10 turns, you know. Frustrating. Yeah, it is like a random chance to ruin your run, and to be honest, it kinda does. Special event on repeat. Know where you're coming from. Yeah, exactly. You know, I know they might say, well, you know, you do comparisons to another game, but the fact is other games are more engaging. You know, and you do have to point the finger a bit at them there as far as, you know, if they don't want these criticisms, they do need to make the events more something you really want to play. You know, it's like Conquest. I know some people do get a kick out of it. Osprey, for instance, I know you do. But I think the vast majority don't get that kick. Again, I may not speak for the vast majority, but I feel like it's something I get the vibe of. You know, and I think they really need to just think, what do we do to make these game modes something that people want to engage with? Because putting super OP characters behind them doesn't do it. In fact, I think it's pushed people away a little bit as far as, you know, oh, if I don't do this game mode, I can't keep up, so I might as well not keep up. You know. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not complaining about like the last one. I personally found that okay. I said the last one, the current one. But again, I've got a pretty big account now, so of course I'm going to handle it okay. And not to mention, I feel like I do run it like a gauntlet. You know, I do 100 refreshes on my main to make sure I get done quick. But that really is a bit overkill. You know, I don't think you should have to do 100 refreshes on the game mode just to get through it fast. If the principle was less time doing it, but the same challenge, I wouldn't be against it. Because I think the time sink is one of my biggest gripes with it. Along with... time sink in general is my biggest gripe with it. With the game. Again, I know I've got an alt. That plays a part as far as, you know, maybe if I wasn't managing 2 accounts, I'd feel a little different. But I tend to feel it with just one. You know, when I've done... I'm thinking of Hell Day, right, when Conquest starts. I do my GAC stream. I'll probably have done a raid in the last 24 hours, if not, I've got to do it. I've got PB starting, and then I've got Conquest. That is a hell of a lot to do. For me, that is where the issue lies, the fact that there's just so much condensed into one spell. Well, I'm sorry if you're knocking about, Kit, but I wasn't taking any chances on these girls today. I say that as I get stun locked, and I'm thinking, I hope that I don't just suddenly get locked out for the rest of the battle. Just by some weird jiggery pokery. Yeah, Gassy Baby's really getting hit here. Alright, so here's a question. And I'm not sure how many of you can answer it, but if you can, feel free to chime in. I've only really played Marvel Strike Force that's similar to SWGOH. If any of you play a game like it, Raid for instance, or MSF, what would you say is something those games do that SWGOH could learn from? And I know that those games probably have their own problems. I'm just rereading that, Gabriel. So you've red created once, you got 10 mil account. You don't usually make it to gold. It always takes you Conquest or 2 to get the character, I'm guessing that says. I mean, again, that's pretty much my free to play. I usually get box 5. If, like last time, I got a bit of extra time in my hands, I might do box 6. But unless I've got literally nothing blocking me, like no awkward feats, I don't go for the red crate. It's a waste of time. No worries, man, no worries. I can be sleepy and just have moments like that. I mean, yeah, I'm not underestimating Cheese Osprey. I mean, feel like that's one thing I'm just learning to get better at, finding the cheeses, or at least when I say finding, looking on servers that, if I'm being honest, I've seen you on, where, you know, the discussions about them. But in itself, I do think there's a problem there, as far as they make it so hard that you have to cheese the things. You know what I mean? It's not things that are so simple as, arguably as simple as like it was when it was, get 1,000 dots. You could do that in one battle with Tuskens against, I don't know, Old Republic. And granted, that wasn't that long ago. But it feels like they take things like that out because they're quote-unquote easy. So they won't put things in that are hard. And it's like, I wouldn't mind that if it was quick to go through Conquest. But even, like I say, I'm doing 100 refreshes, so I'm spending, what, 450 crystals a day in that first week anyway, to get through the game mode as quick as I can to get to Datacron farming. And that's the bit that irritates me, that once you get to that point, it feels like you don't really get a return on your crystals, if you know what I mean, because it feels like all you've done is rush it to get to the Datacron bit. It doesn't feel like you get any bonus for it because, you know, all you're getting is Datacrons and they vanish. Know what I mean? There's no real permanent benefit other than the character, which you could do across 2 weeks. You see, for whatever reason, I just can't do it in 7 with only 50s. Yeah, I do 350s, 3 100s. And that's just to make sure I can get it done by first Sunday. That is something that I think they've missed out on for a long time, not expanding the hard nodes. And I know the argument would be, oh, but once you've beat a hard node, then suddenly it's a case of you beat it, why would you need to replay it? And I think the simple thing is you don't need to replay it, you can sim it. But it's just that idea of it is a challenge, because they can always up the difficulty, make it that you gotta beat Relic Dunes. But if there was a reason why you had to beat something, because, you can only unlock the punishing one if you beat hard node 10A. People would be try and beat it, you know. And if they knew that there were going to be new hard nodes that would have new shard unlocks on there, there'd be an interest in doing it. I'm just amazed they haven't gone down that road. It's a small thing, but it's something that is relatively simple, not time-consuming. But it is a new form. I'll say new form of gameplay, something that we haven't had pretty much since I started playing. I've watched the first episode of Penguin. We haven't watched the rest yet, but I enjoyed the first one. I mean, you're not wrong, by the way. I'm not discounting what this game is as far as we play it knowing what it is. But I can't help but think, surely we have a right to ask for more, or ask for better. You know, we don't like demand it or expect it, but the very least we can do is ask. Say, this does not feel right, you know? It reminds me of like a discussion a guildmate had with me about 5 years ago now at this point. It was around some freebies or something. And he says, you have to remember, CG don't have to do anything. They could just basically give you nothing and say, that's it. So anytime they give you something, it is something new. So I get that. You can't expect anything in these games. But equally, I can't help but look and think, if you want us to play this game, at least try and make it so that we're enjoying it, you know? Or at least enjoying it more than I feel a lot of people do at the moment. I really need to do something with my Dark Trooper on my main. It's only Rally 5, it feels a bit squishy. I honestly think that's just a rabbit hole that Arnold went down. I could be wrong, but I think it was just that. I mean, I did watch that video just by chance, and I was like, are we really taking this one seriously? It did seem a bit like Meathead was just replying kind of like how he does, you know? Maybe just a touch of sarcasm. Yeah, he said something along the line, it sounded like a reply to a post where, you know, what's better, PvE or PvP, and he said, I find PvE VP is the best or something. And I'm like, Arnold tried to make it out like it might be that there's going to be a PvE VP mode. And I'm like, or Meathead was just having fun with people. I'm not saying that nothing's in the works, but I think if you're thinking about the next 6 months, we've got a new raid coming. We've got a Galactic Legend coming. Balin's imminent. There might be a new ship. You know, a new capital ship. If not a new meta to form, you know, maybe Luthor's ship arrives in Conquest or something. So it wouldn't surprise me if they've not really got a game mode in the works right now. If anything, I'd be surprised if they haven't. If they have got a new game mode in the works, it's got to be to replace something, surely, because part of the topic we've been on, right, this like the last half hour has been that there's so much going on. Sorry, I've just seen your message. Well, why not? You watched that video, Arnold did preface a video with Meathead being his normal knowing dumb self. I will agree there, yeah. If I didn't make that clear, he did say that. I think it was more when I saw it, I didn't help but think, you know, you look at Arnold's thumbnail, he did kind of clickbait it a bit. Yeah, it was one of those where I'm like, I get why he does it, you've got to feed the YouTube algorithm, but on the flip side, I'm like, is it a new game mode, or is he just kind of taking a bit of a sarcastic comment and yanking at it a bit? Honestly, I don't know. We'll find out, won't we? But yeah, it was a bit... I've got no idea where it goes. It's a bit like Mary J said. I think press X for doubt. At least until we have more reason to do more than that. JP, thank you for the follow. Hello there. More of the same, true, but I think the argument would be, is there any reason to believe that they believe something is changing? I mean, this is kind of where I'm getting at, because nothing really makes me feel like they want to change things right now. Maybe I'm just being ignorant, but Oh no, for sure, Pete. I don't think it was a leak. It was literally off the Swoggo event server, I think, that he saw that. So yeah, I don't think it was. I don't think he was doing it maliciously, but equally, I do think he was exaggerating it for clickbait a little bit. At least as far as the thumbnail and title goes and all that jazz. Yeah, I mean, just for the record, I'm not knocking Arnold. He does it well in terms of he knows how to style it as far as, you know, he doesn't exactly deny it, but he does get it out there pretty quick so people know he's not. It's not like he's got an inside source or anything. You know, he has just seen it's a rumor and all that. Yeah, exactly. Again, I can respect that. He's got to keep the channel going through his revenue, essentially. So if there is a dry day or a dry bit of content, a dry spell for content, yeah, he has got to put stuff out, hasn't he? I do kind of wish there was a way of doing it without clickbait, but equally, I know he's not the only one. I mean, the other game I play is Marvel Snap, and you get loads of clickbaity titles there. It's just how gaming is, or at least gaming videos. It's not right, but kind of how YouTube responds. I mean, I hear about... I can't remember the guy's name, but I know there was someone who was mentioned to me maybe a month or two ago now. And they were doing YouTube videos that completely went against the YouTube algorithm. Like, they were very poor thumbnails, really long titles. It was like literally the do not list of how to make a YouTube video. Yet this guy got millions of views just because the content he was creating was that good. And I can't remember his name. I wish I could remember it. But I can't help but think, I wish there was a way of YouTube seeing that and going, maybe there's a way we can actually feed the algorithm without having to do these things that YouTubers themselves find annoying. Probably not. Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is where I do agree. It has been stale for a while, but you look and you think, to sort of freshen it up, they're going to have to make a big change. Like, it's probably going to be the kind of big change that's going to cause the game to be on hold for a month, or maybe not a month, but a week, like how when was it the raid came out and they had to shut everything down for a week, or at least shut down a part of the game for the week. I suspect it would have to be something that big, because oh no, it might have been GAC when that got switched, now I think about it. Yeah, that was it. Now I remember, GAC got completely shut down for a month, didn't it? And no one knew why it wasn't being relaunched. So I think if they do something, it'll be like that, where we don't hear about it until it happens. Yeah, I do agree about that. We've got the anniversary coming up, but it will be pretty quiet going into Christmas. Like, they go into hibernation mode, don't they? And just for the record, I actually agree there as well. I do think, to a degree, repetition and, you know, a set pattern is good. I mean, it's like, say Datacrons, I think the reason people don't like them, or at least at the high end they don't like them, is it requires so much micromanaging, you know, in terms of, right, have you got this Datacron with this thing? Oh, have you got that one with this thing? You know, and you take so much with the planning. Whereas for myself, it doesn't really have that impact. I just place what I think's best. But if you're in a top end guild, the amount of work Datacrons added to your load is probably massive. And I think you understand why that would be a frustration, because essentially what is like your normal daily routine just got blown up and made more massive. So I think anything they do has got to keep that in mind, preferably by reducing it. But whether they can do that is another thing entirely. I mean, I don't mean to be nasty to CG when I say this, because you never know, some meathead may hear this or whatever. But I think it has to be kept in mind as well that with Star Wars being the IP, you saw the Lord of the Rings game and now that got shut down pretty quick. So I do think there is that element of, yeah, they have got the Star Wars IP and it's very popular. But I think they know they're doing enough of the right things here, because when they tried to do similar-ish things in the Lord of the Rings game, it just didn't land. People were like, eh. So I do think there is an element of they know what they've got here and they know that it's working well enough. But I suppose they don't want to mess with things too much in case something like that happened. That would be my thought process anyway. Yeah, I mean, again, a lot of this topic started from me just saying I feel like the game just takes too much of your time up. And to be honest, I feel like a lot of content creators have been saying that lately. And I know for myself, I would be a little bit uneasy if a new game mode came in without something else being taken out or nullified, essentially. You know, where you don't really have to worry about it. It's either simmable or autoable. I think if they just add something in and it adds to what we've already got, that's when I get concerned, because we already have enough time put in. I would genuinely love to do a timer on my game time. I mean, this is the trouble with playing on PC and phone. I can't really track it as well as I'd like, but I'll have to try it next Monday when Conquest starts. I would genuinely like to see how long I spend on the game on a Monday, or a Conquest Monday. They've made the game a bit less stale, arguably. I'm just going to do this battle, by the way. They've made the game less stale in terms of meta. But I do think in the process, they've also just added to that complexity a little bit. You know, it's not it's not a case of, all right, this team's here, you know, this counter, that's straightforward. You know, you got to remember what Datacrons do what counters what, etc. It's not as simple as, all right, this is A, I can beat this with B. Because it's changing every couple of months. And yeah, Naboo isn't as horrid for time investment. Alright, let's get Ben. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, Maul said it earlier, I think. Oh, it might have been you, Osprey. The idea that if with Naboo there was a less frequency with the command droid, it'd be alright. Or at least if the actual... yeah, I was going to say that it was the droid command want it. If that was changed, it'd be better. Again, it's just too much RNG. Charge, that's it. Okay, let's do that. Faction up. We got a few buffs. Not really a thing when Barriss is there, I guess. Let's stun that. Okay, didn't have the desired impact there, but we can throw some rocks. Oh, okay. We're hanging in. She's healing up as much as I'm hitting her, that's the issue. Oh, wow. Zarish, you're a dirty girl. It's almost like you want to go and live on a nice planet and suffer for it. Ooh. Right, have all that. That's the closest I've ever got to losing with that team. Alright. I think one of the things that's been getting me, I don't know if it's an actual raid issue, if it's just how the raid is structured, but I'm beginning to dislike it when the Droidekas are assisting constantly. So it feels like I can be having a perfect run, and then out of nowhere, the two of them are bombarding me, and I'll lose a Sidious or an Obi-Wan, and it's like, oh, great, I'm out on this one. Just feels like full fire on me. Pete, let me just saw your question. You'd never use GG Squad as counters at Omi Qui-Gon, but you see it on GSC Insights. I've used it before. I mean, Osprey kind of explained it well there. I think it's one of those, right, that for myself I would use it if I didn't have a better option. But yeah, honestly, I wouldn't use it if you could avoid it. I mean, Inquisitors for me have done well. Bad Batch are obviously the best one. If you haven't got them, like I say, Inquisitors, maybe a Gas. Gas can be a bit funky because you obviously need to be standing. But other than that, it's got a chance. Yeah, if Beck's in there, it does make it harder. Oh yeah, Omi Night Sisters as well. Yeah. I mean, you're a bit smaller than my free-to-play. That's about 10 mil. But yeah, I always feel like I'm having to stretch a little bit. I say that, 11.5, that's about the size of my main, and I feel like I'm stretching here. So I take it no Night Sisters. Bounty Hunters, maybe? If you got Omi-Zam, I'm thinking maybe if you sped well enough, you could get Omi-Zam to... if you go Aura Lead with Omi-Zam, you could maybe do a Bounty Hunter snipe onto Anakin. Okay. There's a chance you got Phoenix, have you? DLS is possible. I think the issue is you kind of need to juggle around Anakin a bit there. It's why I wouldn't shout for that personally. Oh, for sure. I wouldn't throw a GL at for Qui-Gon. Let's do that. Alright, so that should be a good bit of damage on Drogon. There we go. Ah, yeah. Great Mothers will... I won't say they'll catch people out because it isn't what's happened there, obviously, because you've not been caught out, but they might bank on them too much. I think I'm a bit dazed. Don't you go for that bloody slacker. Right, we got the full ult. Plans. I think if you're going for the 2-zone win, as long as you can clear the ship zone, you've got a good chance. Oh. Okay. That's the thing I have a little bit of trouble remembering. As far as with 3v3, 5v5, try and keep in mind which one's always worth more in terms of north or south. Every time I have to kind of re-remember it. I'll say this has gone very smoothly so far. I'm glad I prefaced that, because the last thing I want is Bane getting nuked here because of his decision to speak out, but I'm gonna say, I just realised we're at the end of this wall. That's kind of where what I wanted to point out. There we go. Yeah, I think that's a fair way to think. I mean, it's like with me, if I don't full clear, I feel under pressure. Okay, dagger. I don't feel comfortable with dagger. Yeah, I've been placing it. I think it's just simply the case that it makes the mirror... unless you're doing a mirror, it's the best. So either they've got to take their own Leviathan in to beat it, or it holds better. Simple. But I'd like to think they've got the same problem with mine. So that is something. I'm not sure what you mean there. I know about the Mark 6 starting strat, but I'm just a bit confused as far as how that's better. Like, I go back to it. If a Leviathan has to go in to take down another Leviathan, that's a good use of the Leviathan and dagger starting just by default, surely. But yeah, if you're getting 76 banners, that means that it hasn't done that great. So granted, it's taken a Leviathan to take out a Leviathan, but it's still good banners for you, so it's not that good for the person doing it, do you know what I mean? Ah, okay, I get you. The dagger forced you to go stand Leviathan. All right, now I'm with you. All right, let me just remove Leviathan from this list because it's just going to keep showing me mirrors if not. I just want a vague idea of what we're looking at. Very low win rates. I think that's the bottom line now. I mean, if I look at Prof, that's 33%. I wouldn't even think to try Executor. And I haven't got Marauder built to do Negotiator. So, even though I don't like it, my gut is saying I should try Chimera. I just know if I don't get the... If I don't get ship out, I'm in trouble. I'll have a look. Just for the simple fact, the dagger lineup that concerns me. I seem to remember something about with Sith Assassin you can count on getting it out, whereas with dagger you don't worry about it. "17 ways to beat Leviathan counter guide." I've got to admit, that's yeah. I'm guessing that one?
Hello there, my fellow Holotable heroes, and welcome.
Let's have a look. Give me the chapters. This is TIE Dagger.
So that's the one with TIE Dagger starting. Now these ones, there's really no RNG in them because they do not have any sort of ways to gain bonus turn meter as they do with Sith Fighter. So I'm just going to show you how I'm playing the TIE Dagger lineup. I'm going to go ahead, do a special. Because I don't have to worry about turn meter gains, I also do basic there with TIE Advance just to get target lock so I can then dispel the taunt later. So that's a slight difference versus TIE Dagger in the opening sequence. From here on out, the same thing. We're going to go ahead, get a stun over on Seed Bomber. Then we're going to go ahead and dispel all the buffs, gain lots of stack of formation. There we go. And here, sometimes what you can do is go off straight after TIE Dagger if you want. Again, sometimes can get one shot, sometimes not. It depends. If not, you've got now TIE Advance there to dispel the taunt again because we land the target lock in the first turn. Again, we line up, offense up, critical chance up, and then this will now finish off TIE Dagger guaranteed. That's why TIE Dagger is a lot less RNG based battle. There's no RNG, to be honest, really in it. With that sequence, you avoid any sort of RNG, whether you one shot or not. If you don't, there's that backup sequence that I showed you where you remove the taunt with TIE Advanced, line up, critical chance up, offense up on your TIE Defender. You can then just go ahead, finish off Dagger, and at this point, you're just again kind of finishing the battle.
Okay.
Clean up.
Let's give it a go from there. We've got an ad starting in a minute, so I'm going, oh, hit run instead of snooze. We'll run the ad. Let's get the music back on as well. But yeah, so essentially, instead of using special at the beginning, we use a basic. And it essentially takes 2 shots to take Dagger out, so you can try ITF with a basic, and then hopefully Defender can take it out. That's the TLDR I got at that. I gotta admit, bit Dynasty. If I had like the spare cash right now, I would give him a Patreon just for the simple fact he is honestly a massive pillar of the community. And I'm laughing because it's like, genuinely, I use him all the time to like get Regprec and Conquest, or like, I use his website every GAC stream. You know, it's like he really needs some props, but more props than he gets. And he gets a fair share. Yeah. We'll just have to play it slow and see how it goes. Alright, the ad break should be over, folks, so let's see how it goes. Also, it doesn't help my Chimera's RAL at 1. I don't think it'll hurt, but it doesn't help. Okay, so now we do that. We'll do the basic here. Offense up. Where did I miss that? Right. Genuinely, I didn't know that that was what he did. Or I didn't remember it. Okay, let's just get rid of that. Put it on Scythe. We get one more here. There we go. Yeah, at the very least we should get a clean-up now. Like I said before as well, I really wanted to make sure we got a unit out at least. Just something to say, right, clean it up. Right, something's dying. Yeah, that. Let's just do a basic there. Yeah, with the with my playthrough, I used the basic on Chimera to call Defender. So that was the mistake. I didn't push Terminator back. And I wouldn't do that later on because I know that if they take it over, it's beneficial to me to let them push Terminator. Yeah. Right, so we haven't got any shot here, so we just gotta wait for them to kill us. Yeah, that's what I said. I know I did that wrong. I did the basic instead of the heal. Alright, I'll come back to clean this up in a second. We've got Prof for this. I'm actually going to go a bit heavier with it, just for the simple fact. I'm a touch concerned if we get nuked, I'd like something to back it up. This is where it's remarkable that Executor got a buff in this regard. I know it was getting tanked on for 77, but it's like, if it went right, it went right. Yeah, exactly. I got lucky there. Because I was saying goodbye to my Millennium Falcon then. I mean, I did find it funny when I was looking on, I don't know where I was looking now I say that. I was looking on a site or a Reddit or something in regards to Prof versus Executor now with Punishing One. And I'm sure someone said, oh, it's about the same, you know, you just have Focus Down Punishing One at the start. And I'm thinking, yeah, but it's not that straightforward. You know, but if by the time you get Punishing One out, the damage is done. Yeah, I mean, I get what they were trying to do with it, and I'm not complaining about it in that regard. It's just, it's like I say, when Executor works against Profundity as this is, it can hit you hard. You know, it can go from a really clean win for Prof to an absolute slam dunk for Executor. But, yeah, it's gone so far the other way now. Ooh. Yeah, thank you. I mean, it's like that. I know I didn't use the reinforcements, but that wasn't looking good. Yeah, I mean, for sure, if Prof doesn't give the assists, then there is a bigger issue. Maybe it's where another ship will help out, maybe something that guarantees assists. Or maybe not guarantees, but increases the chance. Remove a lot of the RNG. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and yeah, go on, we'll put Ebenork in. Why am we doing Ebenork? Let's do... I mean, arguably I don't need anything, but just on the off chance something goes wrong. I have had some instances of that. Okay. I'm still standing. Alright. Come uppance. Alright, that'll do. Let's do that. And that. Bit of foresight. I haven't really got a way of landing buff immunity on that spy. And I'm now stuck between these two. Alright, no more comeuppance. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm kind of glad I brought Lando along for the ride. I mean, I only really did it for Spy, but still. Kind of justified it. Right, negotiator. Ugh. I mean, put it like this, it didn't make or break it, but I'd have rather had 2 ships on my side than 1. Okay, I'm gonna reverse. I think that was earlier. Yeah, Osprey gifted it to you, Sopper. Yeah, no worries, man, no worries. I don't really want to be countered, so let's do that. Oh. Fun. I hit it, it heals up. Let's heal up a bit. Okay. Not good. I should have done that with Plow. Right. Not something I knew about. Okay, so Scimitar's not in the mix, even though it wasn't doing a lot other than just being slightly annoying. But yeah, I'm kind of running low on options now. Doesn't help that I brought the Bigs along for profundity. Ow. Yeah, you'd hope. I mean, it does look relatively straightforward. And I just think to myself, hopefully they have the same issues. Like I say, I've got the same fleet down on defense. Granted, 2 reinforcements instead of 3, but is it 3? Yeah, 3. Okay. Alright, film it again. Mass assist. Hunted. I don't see the point in doing the big hit yet, even though I start that sentence and I think, no, we don't do it because they've got crit immunity, so I might as well just basic and hold it. There we go, get rid of it. At least then we've got a justification for it. Sometimes I just hate this game. I mean, what more can I say? I know it's RNG, but that just felt like a big, massive F you. You've been moaning about this game today, so we're going to do this to you. Alright, have that. Double tap. That shock is irritating me. That's the one thing about Ebonok I like, the double tap. I say one thing, the one thing in this battle. Ebonok's actually quite an underrated ship, but or it feels underrated, you know. I thought to myself, hey, I'm going to be big brains here and, you know, grip, call and assist. And then I forgot, oh, days. Yeah, right. Oh, well. We're there. Sorry about the mess. So, yeah, 50 banners off where I'd like to be. Have they done something else? Or am I imagining it? Yeah, they've done a bit more. Yeah, we'll take that. A drop on layer is a pretty big drop. I mean, I know I dropped on Qui-Gon, that was bad. But we were clean at the back. And we were clean on the front, so... or the front top. So, essentially, I dropped on 2 teams, if you like. Granted, they were multi-drops. But I look and I think it kind of feels okay. We'll see. We'll see how it pans out. I mean, as it looks, I'm not sure they do any more. Leia's a bit of a funky one to drop on. I mean, let me just recount. They got Rey on defense. They had Lord Vader. They had Jabba. They didn't have JMK. So they could potentially still have one GL to clean up with it. I mean, that's if I'm doing my counting right anyway. They've got Sith Eternal for whatever. He won't do a layer cleaning up, I bet, but he could do something. But he's got either JMK or Slacker still for that. He's got a bit of wiggle room, maybe, if he goes for it. Unless I'm completely overlooking something like, oh yeah, but he hasn't got this. I don't know. We'll see. That was weird. I thought it had a pop. You know, like when you've got like a cat window open or something and it just makes a little ding? I thought it had that. Strange. Alright, let's go here. Account switcheroo time. Alright, we're all set up. Okay, so 1-1 for the week here. Last round, we were up against the Notorious. Not so notorious if we're being honest. I mean, 11 banners, didn't really do much on Rey. I can only assume they were just hitting and quitting. Although, granted, I did have the GP advantage, so I respect it. You know, people might just not want to take on these kind of brackets. Alright, so Barako. Let's zoom in. We are 10.4 to their 10.7, so not the biggest of gaps. Zeta's 256 to 289, so they've got a bit on me. Same with the Omicrons, they've got a 5 lead. 2 more GLs, full complement. They've got 10 more Rallics than me, and they've got 9 more Rallic 5 pluses. Mods, 21 more 25 pluses. Only 7 more 20 pluses on my side. Both these were. They've got the lead on the 15s. 314 to their 439. Datacrons I've re-rolled more, so that's positive in a sense. They haven't got a Rallic Iden, but they have got Afra. They have got Raver, Malicos, Drogon, Bo. No Jar Jar. They've got Queenie and Bane. No built Gideon, that's interesting. And as far as speeds, I'd say the Cal is a bit fast there. And I'd say the Raver is probably a bit fast. The GMY is very fast. So is Padme. And arguably Bane. So a few questionable modding choices there. But again, I'm not the Bible on it, obviously. I mean, Zori's my fastest. Anyone who looks at my Zori and Paplu down here and goes, oh yeah, this guy knows modding, I will agree, there are some interesting choices in my roster, but yeah, I would argue that is just as questionable. Right, let's pull up what we're expecting. Likely a situation where if they beat Ray, it keeps going, but since failed, nothing left to take it out, so just quits. Yeah, again, I can get it. I mean, I think it is, if you've got one counter for every team and you drop one, it's like, well, what's the point? I've had that plenty of times. I mean, Drafts in Gentile Mandalorians, he's on stream sometimes. I feel for him when he says that he's facing massive accounts in, I think it's in Carbonite, maybe Bronzium. And I'm like, again, this is something that needs fixing with matchmaking. You know, there needs to be a way of essentially detecting GP, detecting, well, either GP or GLs, and saying, right, this matchup should not happen, so we're going to make sure it doesn't. I mean, all of these people, I'm just turning my lights off, all these people who've got these big, massive accounts, they should be matched up with one another. For me, that's the fair way to do it, but it just hasn't worked out yet. Right, let's have a look then. So, we're expecting Jabba, Raver, Malga, Shaq, Leia, Ray, Finn, Seer, Bosk, Afra, and Phasma. Okay, I've seen worse. I say it with a hint of sarcasm, just be wary of that big head as you're walking through doorways, Osprey. Alright. So they've taken a few out. We'll start at the top. Ooh. Oh, that feeds me. That absolutely feeds me. I wouldn't mind Finn Zori gets 5, and I'm not even looking at that. I'm just absorbed by that. That is. All right. And Trench gets a hole for good measure. All right. Up and down here. 3 on JMK, and there was a drop on Qui-Gon as well. All right. I'm happy. That is a solid defensive performance. So all I need to do is clear a wall. Exactly. Ewoks are the MVPs, man. Alright, let's just check what we got here. So, there are bounty hunters up here. There is Malgus, Jabba, and Raver. So, let's just these. Husky boy. We're expecting Profundity, Executor, and Chimera in Fleet. Prof on defense is something I think we're going to have to get used to collectively, because I think those who weren't doing triple attacker will start switching executor to offense. That would be my assumption anyway. If anything, it's going to be, in the short term, a very good Leviathan counter. In the long term, it's going to be a good Profundity counter. So, in my mind, that makes sense. Either that or there'll be a mirror. Right. Won't be the first time I've been wrong, though. So we've got Ray, Finn, then Leia and Seer. So this was as expected. Okay. So the one I always like, if I can do it as another story, is Seer on Malgus. If we get the wiggle room, I'd like to do Bane on Raver, but suspect we might have a Queen Amidala hiding back here. And for that reason, I am actually going to type it in. We obviously haven't got any proof it's there, but I'm going to assume it is. And then if I'm right, cool, we plan for it. If not, got to plan around it. It is a fair argument or a fair reasoning that. I mean, that's where I've been with my accounts of late. If I feel like I've got loads left over, I'm thinking, right, there's something I'm able to put on defense that I'm not. The trick is working out what you can afford. You know, because it's like, say, last round, right? Well, I say last round, that's in Temin. I did use the gas team on the Night Sisters. That was relatively clean, you know. But arguably, I could have used something else. Gas could have gone defense. That would be a more tricky defense team than, say, Sana, for instance. But I'm like, well, I'm more likely to use gas effectively on offense than Sana. So it's that weird thing of like, right, you know, if you need something, what would you rather have? But I think the more you unlock, the better the easier it gets. I'm not saying you don't know this, by the by, but just in the general sense of how I'm feeling. Okay, Jabba. Jabba needs Sistering. Then Malgus on Raver. If we got Bane, then Bane Raver, but for now, Malgus. That feels awkward though, because we've got Seer hanging around. I mean, it's not a great Seer team when I look at it. That's got Malicos, but no Cal. No Crew, no Ahsoka Fulcrum. I mean, it's still going to do things, but it's Malicos really that's doing it rather than the others. Yeah, thankfully I've only seen Great Mothers once. I think I did do something that day. Actually, saying that, I think that wasn't even a proper Great Mothers team now I think about it, so I just did something completely weird. That is the other thing as well. I'm playing this like I want a full clear, but you aren't wrong, I just need to clear a zone. 100%. Again, that's kind of where my mindset goes, that I want to go for the full clear. We'll place Malgus down there for now. Maybe I could end up doing gas there and Bane there. We'll put it like that for now. Because again, this is a little hypothetical. So we'll do Slacker there, Darkiller there, and Imps there, I guess. I want to save CLS for that. Maybe Inquisitors? Because if Bad Batch... If Qui-Gon was back there for some reason, we've got Bad Batch. Wampa could deal with that. But yeah, I think that's pretty solid for now anyway. Like I say, we've got quite a bit of wiggle room. Right, before we start, I'm going to run an ad break because it's going to start otherwise, so let's get it out of the way. My Jabba cleaner is Mon Mothma. Mon Mothma. Mon Mothma. Mon Mothma. Begin the tongues. Genevieve O'Reilly. Mon Mothma. I feel like I'm talking like I've got a lisp when I do that. Right, I might as well get this lined up just while the time is cooling down. I don't know why I look every time. Maybe I just expect that it'll change. Like suddenly I'll have crons that I didn't have before. That might be okay. I mean, I have filtered by defense, which is probably not the most important stat, but I like the combination here that we're going to get some speed up. Riposte could be nice with Starkiller. It's definitely not the primary reason, but you never know. Okay, that was a little bit of a misplay. Usually I'd go for Ben straight out the gate, but this time I decided to go for Rey. But still good. Right, dispel what we can. Yeah, I mean, if we're being honest, Night Sisters are... Well, to be honest, the Night Sisters are the top wall, so we're going south for now, but we only need to clear a wall. Yeah, can we get rid of this? Thank you. It's just a bit irritating. One more. Thank you. Can I just give Ben a smack? Thank you, dear. Let's give Jedi Training a whack as well. Throw a grenade. There we go. For sure it's better banners, but based on what we're seeing, we only need to clear a wall. The two front walls, by my recollection, are both the same banners, so it doesn't matter which we go for. Yeah, I can understand that. There we go. Let's focus over there. Peekaboo. I see you. Yeah, I was trying to stall for a Star Destroyer. Bit of a bummer that Palpatine had the healing immunity then. Alright, 74. Let's get this one out of the way. If anything, it'll... might make you feel better. So, I'm trying to think of the comp I've been using. Because on paper it is absolutely crazy. Thrawn's on defense. Yeah, I could understand that. I think there is an annoying factor to slow rating, because when they're in ult, you just can't do anything. You're sort of just at their mercy. Okay, we'll do Fu. That'll do. Alright, that's already a bonus that can hit Drogon. Okay. I mean, I just love that priority. I can't help but think, it's derpy. I like the fact that you can kind of predict where they're going to aim. You know, for a team that can ignore taunt, having an ability to force them to go for someone is quite handy, even if it's absolutely bonkers. I mean, people look up my Swagger GG and they'd be thinking, why the hell is he using Yoda with the Brim Leader Kylo? And it's just one simple reason, they kill him. Okay, so we won't counter, but at least we've got time now to build up our mastery a little bit. Alright, another swipe then. Oh, lovely. That was a sexy swipe. I mean, this is absolutely terrible banners, but I feel like Leia's demanding it at the moment. And besides, that in the end feels like a good result. Alright, next up, let's just check speeds. Hero Finn, 310. 265 that. I don't really see a reason why this shouldn't work. Yeah, sorry, I did read the actual number, but I was taking that into account. I got my own Piat in mind. That's 330 something plus 20. Right now, as always, that's irritating. Actually, one more, please. Nope, never mind. Let's go for Hero Poe. That'll do. I do agree with what was said recently about this, that I think people have still got a bit of PTSD about Fenzori. You know, I get it that Kron they had the previous set was busted, but take the Kron out and they are counterable. You know, it's not like you do need, it's not like them when you need something crazy OP, you just need to appropriately counter it. Malgus. And by the by, they were crazy OP. Defense. Defense. Not gonna be anything great here, is there? Let's just go for that, I guess. Alright, slam the ground. Whack the Ufu. I feel like that could be a fairground ride. Whack the Ufu. Watch him throw rocks and miss. You do it when I'm playing as Cal. Anyone who's seen my Fallen Order playthroughs, you know that why I'm laughing. Yeah, less basic. Alright, that's all pretty solid. I'm chuckling a little bit about Scavray here because I know why she gets placed here. It's like, oh, I've got no you know, I need someone to fit in the team. Why not use her? But he really does nothing. It's a shame. I wish she had some use in the game because, like, early on, she's not great, obviously, but you can use her. But when you take her to Relic 7 for Ray, it really feels like a punishment. When you think about all the characters that have had facelifts, figuratively and literally, like, surely she's due an Omicron. Same with Farm Boy Luke, arguably. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love the Omi not the Omi missile, the Omi briefcase. When that first came in, like, properly, like it was officially put back in, I love how the Hitman community was like, right, we were going to find the most busted thing we can do with it. It was fun just seeing all the videos. Let's do that. Ooh! Oh yeah, of course, it's Grit. Oh, you little swine, I've got to kill you twice, have I? Alright. Well, also, I don't think banners are going to be a problem. And she hasn't got Grit now, has she? That's not bad. Alright, wall down. Already in the lead. And as predicted, Queen Amidala's back here with Phasma and Afra. Okay. Bit interesting. Oh. Scratch that. I was going to say it was interesting that Padawan Obi-Wan Master Qui-Gon were here, but I forgot it was Queen Amidala for a second. I was thinking it was Qui-Gon. Just because Cam been there. Okay. Let's go for this then. Anything with protection. Well, I haven't got use for JML, so I'll throw this down. That one turn? 2 turns, right. Alright, that should be protection disruption. Or is it the next one? I know it's usually quick. Oh, is that... Oh, is that the Master Qui-Gon one? Right. That explains it. Alright, as soon as you said level 9, I had this, like, memory of reading it. Ooh. This is the trouble with the raid in a way. I'm not used to using them in the raid. I'm actually forgetting what they're capable of outside the raid, and because they have, like, protection disruption mechanics in the raid, I'm thinking it's something to do with my team. Ugh. Absolute little git. Well, one thing with Poby, I ain't gonna hit gas. So it's all on Queenie. Alright, bad banners, but we got through. Alright, Womp, I've been backing you up here. I've got health. Go on. Yeah, gas is just like, do it all you like. Actually, it's more like Captain America. I could do this all day. Alright, let's go for TIE Pilot. I go back to like Datacrons and all this for a minute, right? Like, take Special Forces. For 4 months, Special Forces add relevance. You know, outside of Fleet. And since that Datacron set expired, it's pretty much been relegated back to a Phasma team. Now, I know you could say, well, he's still alright in a Phasma team, and he is. But I feel like this is where CG could actually do with making Omicrons more accessible. That they could put more Omicrons in, like for characters like Special Forces for Scav Ray, all these meh characters that even if they put them in Conquest or, you know, weird game modes that we don't really bother with, at least then they've got a purpose in the game. I just don't think it would be a bad mentality for them to have to say, we're going to make sure that every character in the game, no matter how insignificant they are to lore, like Cup, for instance, they have a purpose in the game. Like, give Cup an Omicron that he can do something crazy in territory battles or something. Mobbing Force is great in Conquest. You get my point? Just give them a little niche that they can fulfill. One way of looking at it. Yeah, let's just stun Afra. Can we get stun here? Nope. And here today is my lesson on why we do not play as Dr. Afra on defense. I hope you all enjoyed. I mean, Lucan, I think you think about what I do with Afra on offense on timing, including using her with Inks. I will allow you that. But you think about like how I used her today, right? Why would people place her on defense and basically say, DLS me, please? I am right here. DLS me. I just don't get it. Alright, let's get this sketchy one out of the way. The music's pumped up. Actually, I'll tell you what. I'm going to pause it. I don't normally do it like that, but we're pausing it. We're going to hope we can hit the right note in the battle. Right, I'm doing this purely because I want to get more Plague out to begin with. I know the idea is not revives. Plus, I have said it before. Clean up, I don't mind. But rather more than that. Oh. I've got to do it. I've got to do it. I just saw Marin's health bar going away and I was like, no, I can't afford it. I might have been checking, but I thought I can't risk it. I don't know if we get through here, but we've got 3 minutes. Go on, I'll have a stretch. We either win full auto or a dying glory. Or infamy. I mean, we look to be getting there. Taking its time, but we're getting there. Cool. Okay. Moving on. Bane. And Sid? Suppose I could use Sith Trooper. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't use Set anyway with it being Rowlet 5. Right, just, Suck, suck, suck. Alright, all too easy. I knew you were going to say it. I knew you were. I've got JML still. I'm not. I'd be amazed if I lose this one as far as the round. So I kind of wanted just give it a go. Why risk anything? Because I can afford to. If I didn't think I'd got a lead that was hard to break down, I wouldn't chance it. But I feel like I have got a good lead. I haven't got to. I can do, but I haven't got to. And besides, if I see solo and win, I could actually getting a bit of a good vibe going. And look at that. You have a nice dinner, sir. I say, by chance, we've got chicken dinner tonight, so when I say winner winner chicken dinner later, I actually do mean I'm having it. Ah, that's alright. I haven't had chicken nuggets for, like them from home for a while. I've had them from like Mackie D's, but I don't know about anyone else. It always feels different when you have them cooked at home. Probably just like what the actual manufacturers do. Exactly, Mackie D's. Inquisitors, that's what I put down, but honestly, with how much we got left, exactly, see, he's brilliant. You know, he has his weaknesses, sure. I'm not making out he's goated or anything, but he's still a GL. You know, I think I've actually got that on my PC right now, like a Lord of the Rings. I keep meaning to give it a whirl, but I've got like a bunch of other things like it I'm trying just put some time into. Yeah, that's half where my head is as well. Not necessarily with that one game, but you know, I'm thinking, can I get some 100% completions? It's not something I normally aim for, but I don't know. I think my ego needs a boost. Okay, so you're trying for it on a different console, essentially, or a different platform. I'm doing that because... Well, I'm doing it because why not? But also, the bombs are going to blow up. But Hoda's cooldown should go away. There we go. Done the little git. Cool. I'd say that was pretty efficient. It's a different way of doing it. I think this guy knows something I don't, starting TIE Defender. It just made an error sound? I'll catch you around, Osprey. Oh, okay. I get you, I get you. Yeah, it's probably going, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? Alright, let's load this up. That is kind of dope, that. 25% defense to all allies. Not OP, but it's kind of nice. I think the only thing that's sort of, I wouldn't say put me off, but it's not got me jumping straight into Lord of the Rings Lego. It's the idea that essentially you've got an inventory of sorts, if I've heard right. Like, you've got, like, Mithril and all those kind of things. And it just seems that little bit different to what I'm used to. I mean, I will give it a go at some point, but I think it is that thing in my head where I'm like, that's something I'm going to have to adapt my mind to. Alright, let's give this a go. Is it just more like a collectible thing? Alright, so we didn't die to that. That's a good start. We do that. Basic. Thermometer. Nuke. Okay. Basic over that. And we'll cleanse. Okay, that's not ideal. Maybe I can get in time here? Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Ugh, okay, thank you, I think. I'll take the protection up there, you know. Hopefully it keeps Command Shuttle around for a bit. Right, that's actually not bad. Ugh. It wasn't bad. Oh, really? Alright, yeah. Ebenor, come in. This won't do too much, but hopefully it does something. Thank you. Ooh. Out. Okay. We're gonna lose Command Shuttle. Yeah. It was just foregone that. Let's do that. I'm gonna hold the cleanse. We'll just do basic for now. And the nuke. Alright, that's fine. Double tap. Keeping silencer safe is the #1 priority. Alright. 66. I'm okay with that. So we do a prof mirror. I mean, that does fit with LEGO humour for what it's worth, Sopper. I can't imagine that would be something they'd do as far as, alright, we'll just make something that makes enemies dance, I'm guessing. Let's just base it. And let's try this. Oh, I needed an assist. That's irritating. Like, come on, you hadn't got one assist for me. Okay. He's got a bar of health. He's still hanging around with us. Slam that. As long as he's still got a bar of health, he's here to play. Pass that to Outrider. That takes us to 73%. Cool. And then we just go and drop that. Get rid of all those buffs that they've been collecting. And you know what? Let's just go for Harn. Why not? Okay, maybe that's why not. I mean, at least it answered in good time, I guess. Alright, flyby gets us to 100. Well over 100. Okay. Slam HMF. Alright, just Phantom takeout now. So what's that, 76? I'll take that, especially after a 66. I don't really know what's good here, because this is just a very kooky starting lineup. I think I will actually... Ooh. With it being Chimera, I think I will Malevolence, but it doesn't feel the safest choice I've ever chosen. If it was Executrix, I wouldn't have thought about it. Can we stun there? Cool. Okay, so we can get some buff immunity on there. And call some assists. Cool. I want to make sure that the bomber didn't get some burning and all that jazz on us. Okay, so we're going to miss one, but hopefully we can do it with that. There we go. Alright, a heal doesn't do anything important. 2 stacks. Cool. Nice and easy, 71. Nice one. I suspect a wizard was involved. Alright, 1825, that's how I want to end a week of this. And say nice banners. I mean, honestly, I don't think I could have done any better anywhere there, in the sense of defense we did well, and to my knowledge, we didn't really mess up on offense at all. As far as I can see, I don't think we dropped a single battle. So yeah, that was perfect. I can't say I could have done any better, so completely happy with that. Like that energy while we're here. But yeah, we are done, so I'm going to start a raid in a minute. Let me just do this before I forget though, because I won't be coming back up here soon, I don't think, so I would like to make sure I've used my energy. Alright. So folks, let me see if I can find who we can raid. Mr. Samwise was helping out, I'm guessing. Alright, I'm looking here and I can see RSG's on. I just want to double check, see if there's something different on another screen. Nah, it looks like it's just RSG really. Infam's streaming, but he's playing League of Legends. Yeah, I was really pleased with Crimson there. I mean, Temin had a bit of a messy round, but we did full clear, so... I did full clear, didn't I? Yeah, I had to check myself then. I dropped 6 in total, but it was two threes. But yeah, Crimson was pretty clean, so I am happy at that. Let's get this ready. There we go. So quick thank yous before we go. We had... Ooh, where am I looking? There we go. We had a resub from Osprey, so thank you for the resub. We had 1,000 bits from Pen. Sorry, no, that's right, 1,100 bits from Pen, so thank you very much. 200 bits from Kit. A gifted sub from Osprey to Sopper. And we had a follow from J. Pete, so thank you very much all of you. I'm going to be back now Thursday, unless I decide to do something ad hoc in the week, which it'd be nice, but I'm not going to commit as always, just in case I'm a bit busy. But yeah, go and enjoy RSG. So I will see you. I'll see you definitely Thursday, maybe before then. Until then, folks, bye for now.